Before we get into anything Steelers or OTA related, I have a Devin Bush update for you guys. I wanted to make you guys aware of this. Reportedly, he's going to be rocking number 0 out in Seattle. He really just teed it up for us, huh? Here's what the people had to say. At Pitt Yinzer, perfect number for him. He does 0. At Yinzer G, that seems appropriate. At Steelers on top, because he has 0 impact to the team. At Fansville 412 says, perfect for him. At Morrow and Menabera, yep, matches his value on the field. At Cody TDM, yeah, because that's how many tackles he'll have. And finally, at SteelRose75 says, so his stats will permanently be posted on his jersey. Huh. Yeah, it's almost like he made it too easy for the Twitter jokes. But now let's get into Steeler news and OTA news that we missed yesterday. So I think it'd be best to start with the edge rushers, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. Mark Caboli, I showed you guys the tweet that he sent out yesterday, said that there was a prominent player missing from day 1 of OTAs. It's been confirmed since then that it was TJ Watt, because Caboli said he couldn't say anything, but there was some stuff that leaked out. It was TJ, but then he's there today. Steelers posted a video of him walking out of the facility onto the practice field. So TJ is back, and I could care less, to be honest with you. It's OTAs, it's TJ Watt. He doesn't need to be there. They're voluntary. But if he wants to be there, you know, for the team, the camaraderie, I'm all for it. But part of me thinks he'd be better off just not being there. I saw one of his reps on the bag. I'm like, man, I bet you his training by himself is a little bit tougher than this. But yes, 90 is back in the building, and I don't really think it matters, especially at this point. But the other guy I mentioned, Alex Highsmith. There are discussions being had between him and, or not him, but his agent and Omar Khan. I guess Highsmith is involved a little bit about that contract extension. So we'll see when that happens. I'm going to guess, you know, between now and June, an extension takes place. But here's Highsmith talking about the process.
A little bit, you know, I've talked with some guys, you know, have gone through the same situation in the past, and so, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, talk to my agent as well, and so I know, you know, everything's gonna end up working out, and so, like I said, I want to be here, and so I know it's gonna work out.
Is the ball rolling yet on him with your agent and Omar? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, things have started, and so I just don't know where it is yet. But you know, like I said, I just, you know, here to work right now, and you know, optimistic that they'll get something done.
How do you keep working and doing all the drills and stuff? Is everything?
I mean, yeah, just, you know, like I said, I'm someone who, you know, likes to be here and likes to work. So, yeah.
Are you the kind of guy that just kind of says, tell your agent to do it and let me know when it's done, or you try to be involved in it, or how do you approach that part?
I mean, be involved a little bit. You know, of course, I want to know, you know, what's happening. But I know they're, you know, I'm confident in him and knowing that, you know, in my agent, you know, he's gonna, they know what they're doing, and so I'll let them handle that part. But also, I still want to, you know what's going on.
The thing to note about this Highsmith extension talk, though, is this doesn't feel like a hold in at all. Like, he's there to practice, and that's unlike some of the players in the past that were due for their extensions, like Deontay, Minka, and TJ. So Highsmith's going about it this way. He says he's there to work, likes to work. I don't know if that's the savviest of moves, but it's how Highsmith is going to do it. I mean, he knows his body. I'm sure he's not going to push it to the limits where he's going to be really risking injury or anything like that. So this feels like one that's it's just going to get done sooner rather than later. As I said, I expect it within the month. That's my big prediction. Now, the number, that's another story. We talked on the podcast. I feel like that could be anything from like 12 to like 18. Like, if you told me any number in between there, you could make it make sense, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now let's go to the position battles that have come out of OTAs. We knew the left tackle was going to be talked about, and surprise appearance by Dan Moore with the first team as opposed to Broderick Jones. Here's what Moore had to say about the Broderick Jones draft pick, though, in the first round, and how he's handling it.
Man, I mean, you know, you got to control what you control. What's done is done, and you got to treat it like a professional. I'm just approach every single day like I've been. work hard, and just try to get better every single day.
And then here's what Broderick had to say about his mentality and his preparation leading into the season.
What do you need to do to make sure you're one of those 5?
Just be the best version of me.
How do you do that?
Show up every day, give 110%, and keep grinding.
We also have the non-competition at left guard that's kind of been made into a competition, even though it's still not a competition, with Kevin Dotson and Isaac Seumalo. At least Dotson was asked about it, right? How did he feel about the Steelers bringing in Seumalo?
I can't think of a better way to ask this, but are you mad?
Not really mad.
No?
It's just part of the game. There's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
So there's no reason to worry about it. I feel like I can change if I go somewhere else, or if I stay here, I feel like I'll get my opportunity enough to do something. You know, and they was talking like a lot of good stuff during the offseason. Like they'll call me and stuff like that. So, I mean, still I can't blame them, I guess. It's part of the game.
He also went on to say they done paid him already. Once you pay somebody, it's almost set in stone. He ain't wrong. Let's be real. Like, I don't think this is a competition at all. Once you pay a guy that Jason Kelsey, an all-pro center over with the Eagles, said is like the smartest player he's played with, and is a top 5 guard in the league. Once you pay that guy $8 million, yeah, there's not really a competition. So I think some people are twisting Dotson's words here and saying like he doesn't really care, he's indifferent. No, I think he cares. He's just being real about the situation. Steelers are paying Seumalo $8 million. Dotson is still technically on his rookie deal. Who do you think the Steelers are going to have start? I don't think this is really a competition at all. But Dotson, I think he's going about it the best way he can. He's just going to show up to work, do his job, because that's all you can really do. Control what you can control. But then we have one more pseudo competition to talk about, and that's the slot corner. Based off Chandon Sullivan's rep allocation here, day 1 of OTAs, I think it's his job to lose. I think he's going to be slot CB1. He's going to be the main guy that we look to carry out that role.
For agency, so it was a smooth transition. I had teams talk to me and tell me what the expectations were. But at the end of the day, this was my fit, and asked me to come in and compete, and I'm happy to be here.
That's it for this edition of Big Deke News on a Wednesday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the topics discussed. The TJ Watt appearance for day 2 of the OTAs, Highsmith contract extension, position battles. Also, Devin Bush rocking 0 in Seattle. But stay chilling. Enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.